Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Baby, I need a videographer because I can never get this live stuff to work like I needed to. Come on in, come on in, come on in. It's Friday and some of y'all just got paid. Come on in. Happy Friday. It is day 5 of my 21-day series of our $1 million baby plan. Thank you all for joining me. If you are new here, I am LC, the owner of LC Financial Solutions, where we specialize in helping our clients maximize their wealth, minimize their taxes, and master their legacy. And on today's topic of our day $5 million baby plan series, we are going to discuss why starting early matters more than waiting later. So come on in, come on in. Thank you for joining. It's Friday night, so I'm not going to be here long. I made this one short just because it's Friday. So I think my weekend lives, because I am doing this 21 days straight. For the ones on the weekend, I'm probably going to make them shorter just so you all can tune in and tune out. I know it's the weekend. It's 7 p.m. Friday. I ain't got no, ain't got me. Hey, tune in, tune in, tune in. Day 5 of the 21 day live $1 million baby plan series, where I am teaching you all, or educating you all rather, on how to turn your broke bestie into your rich bestie. And tonight we are going to talk about why it's important to go ahead and start now versus starting later. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. As I mentioned, tonight we are talking about almost something everyone has said in their lifetime. I will do it later. Sometimes later means when your money is better, when life slows down, things get a little less chaotic or calm down in your life, when work gets easier. It's always something of I'll do it later, right? Until later becomes now, and then you're in a panic. But honestly, the way life is moving, life has been moving extremely fast. And so tonight's conversation is all about why starting early matters more than waiting to the perfect time. Because as I mentioned before, done is better than perfect. Thank you for tuning in. And so, as I mentioned before, done is better than perfect. It is best to go ahead and start early because, as I mentioned before, we are the youngest that we will ever be, even when it comes to our children, right? Parents typically like to wait for the perfect time to do things right. One thing I've learned is that there's always going to be something competing for your money and your attention, right? So that's always going to be bills. If you got to pay for daycare, groceries, school, sports, life, just even emergencies, right? Work stress, and just trying to really survive adulthood. I feel like being an adult is very ghetto. I remember when I used to say, I can't wait till I turn 18. I can't wait till I turn 18. It's like, for what? What was I wishing for? To pay bills. Because that's, because as an adult, you have to pay your bills, right? Or you're going to be out on the street. And so many parents keep saying, I'll come back to it later. I'll do it later. I'll do this later. But then later turns into months, years, or sometimes even never. Sometimes you never get around to doing what you say that you were going to do. And honestly, most people are not procrastinating because they don't care. They're probably procrastinating because they feel overwhelmed. They don't understand their options, or they think they need to figure out everything at once. But planning does not require perfection. As I go through this 21 day live challenge, you all will hear me say a lot. Done is better than perfect. You have to get started somewhere. So even if that $1 million baby plan may not be in your price range, we do have other baby plans that are in your price range to go ahead and get you started now, whether it's for your child, your niece, your nephew, your godchild, even for yourself. You want to go ahead and get started early, because the younger and healthier you are, the more these policies can be beneficial to you. And so when we talk about, why starting early can matter, no one person starts early, because they think something is going to happen, right? We start early because we want to plan, right? Plan for protection. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. If you see me all looking to the left, I got my other screen up so I can see who is tuning in. Tonight we are discussing why it is better to do it now than later, right? Now, one reason people start early is because, again, age matter, health matter, and options can change over time. Just because you sign up for something now doesn't mean you can't change that in the future, right? So when we discuss $1 million baby policies, and when, at least with my clients, we meet on a yearly basis, right, to go over their $1 million baby plans or even their $1 million adult plans, right, that they have set in for themselves, because things can change over time. So just because you might feel like, hey, I want my child to have this $1 million baby plan, but I can't afford that right now, let's go ahead and get them a plan for $1 a day, right? Because then at that point, if they have a plan for $1 a day, at least they will have something in place that will protect them and still can grow cash value over time. And so that dollar a day will grow cash value at a slower rate. It will not grow as fast as the $1 million baby plan, but guess what? It's growing because you might not have had $20,000 tomorrow or even in the next 10 years, but you can probably have five, which is more than possibly what you could have had if you weren't saving at all. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. I am discussing the $1 million baby plan and how waiting later can cause you more pain than to go ahead and start now. And typically, like I mentioned before, people start to plan early because younger ages, you may qualify for lower pricing. You typically are healthier, and you have more options. And so once you get older, and you try to set a policy in place, whether it's for an adult or a child, depending on your health, that can increase your premium as well. So you want to make sure that you're in good health. You want to make sure that you are in great health, really, or the best health you can be in to get a great premium to go ahead and start investing into your future. And again, this $1 million baby plan can be not only for a child, but also for an adult as well. And again, nothing is guaranteed in life. Your health changes, life changes, situation changes. We see these commercials all the time where, the child is young and they have some type of health complication issues. Now they're in and out of the hospital. Now the parent is trying to figure out how to pay hospital bills. But if you had $1 million baby plan set in place, guess what? Depending on what type of health illness it was, if it was critical, chronic, or critical, terminal, or chronic illness, then your policy that you have can cover it while you are alive. A lot of people don't know that you can use a life insurance policy while you are alive, and that is the ways one of the rich gets richer. I actually have a client who is creating their own bank. I'm so excited for them, and they are investing into a policy to where, one, in the future he's able to borrow from that money, right, tax free, and still have protection on himself if something happens. And so then in that case, if something did happen, then his family would be able to cover him and pay for all of his expenses and build generational wealth as well. And honestly, again, like I said, this applies more than just with life insurance, right? That's why some parents choose to start early, because again, this plan applies to savings, investing, financial literacy, estate planning, and just life in general. You don't have to use life insurance when you actually pass away. You can actually use it now. It's ways that you can use it now, and ways that it can benefit you in your life and get you that head start, or maybe get you a jump start into whatever you are looking to get into, as far as, again, career, lifestyle changes. You may need a car, you may need to pay a car payment or anything. Those $1 million baby plans can help you with that. And of course, the earlier we learn and start, the more time that we have on our side. Again, I cannot stress enough, if you are watching this live, make sure that you send me a DM, baby plan. I can get you a financial needs analysis appointment, and we can go over what your life looks like. I've had even some people say, well, I don't have kids, so why do I need a life insurance policy? You still need the policy so you can be laid to rest. You still need the policy if something happens to you, if you have a critical, chronic, or terminal illness happens. Again, if you are single and you don't have kids, there's no one helping you. If you don't have a spouse or a partner and it's just you, there's no one helping you, right? And so if you fall ill at any given time, you need an income replacement to help pay your bills, to where you don't have to worry about trying to one, heal in the hospital, get back to work, and pay your bills so you don't lose everything. And as I mentioned before, small starts matter more than big delays. Now, I know, parents, I want you all to hear me clearly when I say this. You do not have to start big, whether you're a parent or not, and you're just tuning in. You don't have to start big. A lot of people think if I can't do something huge, I shouldn't do it at all. But as I mentioned yesterday, lay that brick by brick. If it's $1 a day, if you say, hey, Tish, I have a budget of probably $30 a month, what can we do with it? I'm going to show you multiple, not just one, but multiple plans and policies that we can set in place for your $30 a month based on your health, right? And again, just because you are able to pay $30 a month this year doesn't mean that that's going to be the same thing for the next year. You could be almost paying $300 next month, right? And turning yourself and creating your own infinite banking type of policy. But again, if you want to learn more details about that, go ahead and hit me in my DM, y'all, and we can go ahead and get started. And again, as I mentioned, if you feel like that you can't do it big, so you don't want to do it at all, that is the mindset that keeps people stuck. But honestly, small consistent steps matters, step by step. You don't have to jump the broom on it, right? You don't have to take a huge step because someone else may be taking a huge step and you can't take it. If you can afford $1 a day, $10 a day, $100 a day, it's really all based on your budget. And we do have policies and plans that are set based on your particular budget, so you don't feel like it's straining you and it's something else that's fighting for your money. Thank you all for joining me on this Friday. I appreciate it. And I also think that it's important for parents to hear, because social media likes to make it seem like, everyone has it together, everyone is rich, everyone knows exactly what they're doing, but a lot of people don't. And sometimes people are afraid to speak up and ask questions, right? Because some people may feel like, hey, that's a dumb question, but no question is a dumb question, right? Raise your hand, DM me if you have a question, if you're wondering about something. Even if you don't want to send me a message, you can always go to Google, you can go to chat to ask, hey, what is this? How can I do this? And then again, no question is a dumb question. So always come and ask if you have any questions pertaining to any plan that you have, right? And again, throughout this series, the real goal of this series is not to pressure anyone to get into a plan, right? It's all about awareness, it's all about education. All of my clients will tell you, when it comes to any service that they are obtaining through LC Financial Solutions, I am educating them first. I'm going to sit here and educate you on everything. Even when I go through a tax return, I'll go by line so you can understand where the number is coming from and how you can understand your tax return. It's really all about awareness. And again, even when it comes to getting these $1 million baby plans, I'm going to show you different offers that fit your budget, and you'll be able to pick. It's not me picking for you, it's you choosing for yourself, because you have these multiple options to actually choose from. And so again, it's all about awareness. I want parents and individuals, even if you don't have kids, you might have a niece, nephew, grandchild. I want parents to ask questions, learn about their options, think long term, and stop feeling intimidated by financial planning conversations, because many families never start simply because nobody explain things to them in a relatable way. And that's what I'm all about, especially at LC Financial Solutions. I'm not going to throw all of these big terms at you. I'm not going to throw all this big jargon. I'm going to give it to you in the simplest form so you can understand and digest the information. And so if someone comes and asks you about it, you can actually repeat what I've told you, instead of saying, well, yeah, she did tell me, but I kind of forgot, or I kind of don't know. You're going to have to set up an appointment. Like, no, I explain things so people can explain it to other people as well. And again, if this series helps parents start thinking differently about protection, planning, and legacy, That is all that matters. Start now, start today, because you don't know what the future is going to bring. You don't want to wait, even when it comes to planning financially for the future. Everyone on here, or I'm not going to say everyone, but a lot of people may have a car. You may have car insurance. What is your deductible? Is it $500? Is it $1,000? Do you have your deductible saved away just in case you get into an accident? You are paying for the car insurance, right? We pay for car insurance monthly. Well, some people who got it probably pay quarterly or annually. But again, you're paying for car insurance that you have every month. But if something happens and you get into an accident, do you have that deductible available? Do you have the $500 or the $1,000 deductible already sitting in your account specifically for that? If the answer is no, then you need $1 million baby plan. Because that $1 million baby plan actually builds cash value. And when that plan is building cash value, when life unexpectancies happen, guess what? If you have a cash value in your account, you can borrow money from that to go ahead and pay your deductible. Or you might have lost your job, so you might be behind on rent. You will have that to go and pay for that. And so the earlier that you start, the earlier your cash starts to accumulate, right? And I offer fixed products. So fixed products meaning you can never lose your money. We are set at a cap depending on the type of plan that you get. And so we are capped at a certain percentage, but you will never lose your money. If you put in $100 and our indexes goes up, you get an increase. If it goes down, you don't lose your money at all. That's better than gambling, because you come in with something and you're going to leave with at least the same amount that you have. And so tonight's question that I want to ask the audience is, what's one thing you've been saying that you'll start later? Because sometimes later becomes longer than we expected. And so I want you to think about that. We always say later, 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 later. Tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. Tomorrow needs to be today. If you all have any questions, comments, or concerns about $1 million baby plan, how to get you $1 million baby plan, go ahead and put baby plan in my DMs. You can send me an email at info@lcfinancialsolutions.com, or even text my 24-hour hotline at 630-278-3272. Thank you all for joining in with me on this day 5 of the 21-day $1 million baby plan series. Again, if you all have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to reach out. If you are catching a replay, go ahead and put a replay in the comments. Go ahead and like this video. If you are seeing it, go ahead and share. And I will see you all tomorrow at the same time. Y'all have a great evening, great weekend, and y'all be safe.